Welcome back to episode 4 of me finding call channel owners' wallets. Today I find Luigi's wallet, and as well I find Kween's Journal's wallet. If you guys know any good call channels, put them in the comments below and you might see me feature them on episode 5. Now with that being said, let's get started. I did find Luigi's wallet. He does make calls for Solana, Ethereum, and Binance. And in this video, I'm going to show you both methods I use. The first one being ChatGPT, and the second one being my original method. So we're going to get started with Luigi. You want to take his last 2 calls. So he made a call here and he made a call here. And you're going to want to get the information for those 2 calls. So you want to head over to whatever you're using. You can use Google Sheets. You can use your notepad, type his name, put in his last calls. I actually found him from these 2 calls that he made days ago. And since then he's made more calls. So we're going to use these 2 as the example. So here's the name of the token. Here's the contract address. This is the time he called it, the day and time. And you want to convert your local time to UTC time. And the reason for that is because Soulscan won't let you input any time but UTC. So you want to convert it. And as you can see here, it says 7:29 and here it says 12:30. It should say 12:29, right? The reason I add that extra minute is because sometimes Luigi would make the call at 12:29, for example, and 59 seconds. So it will go over to 12:30 when he buys it. And in this case, this is exactly what happened. So you want to add an extra minute after the call was made and look there, because sometimes, and a lot of times, they would actually be in that 1 minute. So something I want to point out. So next thing I did is we will head over to Photon, and we can see here, Save TikTok. He called right over here, and he bought it right over here too. And he called Shrimp over here, and he bought it over somewhere over here as well. So the next thing we do is we go over here, copy the token address, head over to Soulscan. If you guys don't know what Soulscan is, I'll leave the link in my description. And now you want to set your filters. In my last video, I actually set the filters here where you have to check mark all of these except for burn. That's if you want to, modify the file with ChatGPT. In this case, we're only going to look for the wallet and get down to business and straight to the point. So you won't need to do that. So when you head over to the to date, that's when the call was made. Click the 19th, and it was at, for Safe TikTok, it was at 12:30 because we added that extra minute. And then click apply. And from the from date, you can just leave it blank. It'll know. And you just select now don't leave it blank, just select the date and the time, don't worry about it, and click apply. Click filter. And that's it. Export the CSV file. That easy. Next one, Shrimp. Take it, paste it. And we do the exact same thing. We go to the time. I know he made the call on the 19th, and it was at 5:38. So we type in here 5:38. Apply. The from date will be the 19th. Click apply, click filter, click export CSV, download. Now we can just head over to ChatGPT, and these files, I'll get rid of them because I was doing it earlier. And then you want to say, show me wallets that are matching in both files. And then you might have to go a little back and forth because he might say oh, are the wallets from and to? In this case, he knows, but earlier he did say something like this. Yeah, see, label from and to, because he didn't know what the wallets were. And then you just tell him yes, and it'll take a few seconds for him to do it. Now ChatGPT will reply, and he said, I have displayed the wallets that are matching in both files, so in both coins, and there's only 7 in this case. So I'm going to pretend I'm you guys right now. And what I would do if I was doing this from the start is I'd go through all 7 of them from the first one to the last one, and you head over to whatever tool you use to track wallets. I use GMGN, and now we can see this guy has bought Binance. He's bought a bunch of different tokens. He trades pretty often. I already know it's not him, but you guys want to be thorough. You want to look at all of these transactions, and you can even look at it like this. It's much easier to see every single coin he's bought instead of scrolling. But I know that's not him, but this is what you guys would do. You would take this wallet, for example, and you would try to match them with these calls over here. And he bought Vine, and he bought Save TikTok and Shrimp, but he didn't buy these other coins. And it's not him. So next, we're going to I'm going to show you the actual wallet. So, but let's pretend you went through all of them and you got to this wallet right here. You would copy it, and this is going to be him. Paste it, and he doesn't trade that much, so we can look at the activity, and we'll go back to recent P&L. So he made a call for Vine and Peach today. I didn't put the date, but yet I think it was today. For Vine was yesterday or today, and we can see he sold Vine and he bought Peach here, right? So you want to look at the time. So he bought it at 6:11 a.m. and he called it at 6:24 a.m. So why did this guy buy much earlier than the call? That's because he's the caller, it's him. And we can also look at some other, so he bought Vine here at 8:20 p.m. and he called it at 8:26 p.m. So these are a couple of things. Stargate, he actually didn't buy. Who knows what the reason is for that, but every other coin here he did buy. He didn't buy this one, he was just talking about it. But he did buy every other coin, and I'll show you. So there's also net. So you always want to look at the time. So January 19th. So now it's going to take a little while to scroll, right? So instead of doing that, you can go to recent P&L. And so January 19th was like 4 days ago. So you can scroll down like this. And sometimes you can skip it. I don't think we're there yet. There's net. So you can click see all. And see, it's giving me some issues here. That's not supposed to happen. Let's go back to activity, because I did see him buying the coin. He just sold it for some reason there. Let's take a quick look here. That's really weird how GMGN displays that. Okay, so that's very interesting. So he didn't buy the coin, he just sold it. But there's still a correlation there for net. Why did he sell it and not buy it? So he probably transferred it from another wallet. We can definitely look into that later. But so net is there too. Why is it corresponding? And what time was it? It was at, it was at 4:19. And so he literally sold it when he called it. So he sold this coin while his followers were buying it. That's kind of interesting. All right, let's look at the others. I actually didn't realize that until just now. He saved TikTok and Shrimp, we know about. Xi Jinping and Trader he didn't call, and MNGU. So we can go back to recent P&L. And I'm doing this very thoroughly with you guys because I want you guys to know how to do this. So January 18th, so we're looking at January 18th coins now. And there's a lot of coins here, and it's sometimes straining on the eye. So you can just go like this, MNGU. Did I spell that correctly? Yes, I did. So I think it would be 5 days ago. There he is. Okay, so you can click see all. And he bought it the first time at 11:43 a.m. on the 15th. And he called it at 11:44. So this, without a doubt, like I'm almost 100% certain it's Luigi. And for further verification, let's remember these last 4 calls: Peach, Vine, Stargate, and Net. We'll head back to Luigi's channel. There's Net. There's Stargate right here, as we can see Stargate. And he made Vine right here. And he called Peach right over here. And I already had it opened up, but we'll open it up again. Peach. Since we are on the topic of call channels, if any of you guys are interested in a premium profitable call channel, we have one called Peaceful here, where we make calls like this all the time. We have 2 callers at the moment, and we also do provide a wallet for you to copy if you're on the go that buys these coins for you, and you can just copy trade them. So if you're interested, you can join my free group called Crypto Discussion. The link will be in the description, and you can send me a message privately. The second channel I found is called Kween's Journal, and they make various calls for different chains. They do mostly Solana calls, and we can see this call here called Stonks was made by Rick. So this is the only call that I saw that the wallet didn't buy. Every other call that looks like this was bought by the wallet that I found. So the first step to the second method stays the same. You want to log the call. So you want to do the name, token address, the date, and the time. And I found the wallet through Intermedia. So you only need to look at 1 or 2 coins to find it. I found it pretty easily through Intermedia. And now you want to head over to Dexscreener, paste it here, open it up. and now you want to filter their transactions. So the call was made today at 5:55 a.m. So we're going to go to 5:55 a.m. and I gave it a 3-minute window to breathe. So we're going to go to 5:52 a.m. and make sure that's right. Make sure that's right and click apply. Now we're going to sort the buys. So you want to make sure it's only on buy so it, filters out the noise. And we can look at the amount. So I did over 100 because as you can see here, there's a lot to go through. So you want to, like a channel like this most likely is going to be buying, at least $100 or more. And in this case, they bought way more. So go to 100. And now we can see it's way shorter list. So what you guys would do is you would open them up like this. And then you would go to whatever tool you're using and you would start analyzing them. But to save on time, I already did that for us. So we're going to just open up this wallet here. And this is the wallet for Kween's journal. So let's open it up on GMGN. And usually if the transactions are messy on the activity, I'll actually go to recent P&L and it's easier that way. But this wallet is very nice and clean. You can see everything clearly. So let's take a look. So they called Napster at 7 a.m. and Napster, they bought a massive 12K at 6:58 a.m. and 32 seconds. So that was right before the call. The next one was Intermedia. That's the one we just found. So we don't need to take a look at it. There's Big Human here. They bought Big Human at 2:41 a.m., almost 2:42. And they called it at 4:29. So big gap from when they bought it and called it. The next one is Safe Moon. They called it at 2:25 a.m. and they bought it at 2:20 a.m. So like 4 or 5 minutes apart. So they're always buying the coins before they're making the call. So that's an indicator to me that this is Kween's. And we can go even further. And remember, Stonks was called by Rick. So that's the only one that wasn't bought. But we can go even further and look at another call. So there's Safe Moon. So let's see the call before Safe Moon. And that's for a different chain. So there's a call here. I think, yeah, it's for HQ. I already have it opened up. This is for HQ, but I'll show you again. And they called it at 1:43 a.m. So there's HQ. And we're going to head over to GMGN. And we can see right here, there's already a sell. And we can see a buy at 1:41 a.m., minutes before the call. And we can even do one more. Let's take a look at this one. I think that's a Moonshot coin, if I'm not mistaken. And they made a call for West at 10:17 p.m. on, yesterday, so last night. And what do we know? We have a West right here, and it was, it was at 10:04 p.m. instead of 10:17. So this is definitely Kween's, without a doubt. And the last 7 days, we can see the wallet is down 7%, pretty big amount of money. The last 30 days, though, they are up. So, like with trading, guys, like you could have a bad week, but it all depends on the long term. So overall, it does seem like this wallet is profitable. Kween's is profitable. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.